Hey there. Excuse me. So this is a Wolf's Cosplay journal review. You can find them on Etsy. Um, this is the adventure journal design. I suggest you look at them to see if you have any designs you like. Um, these are $25 each. So obviously they're not going to be like super expensive leather, but these aren't really meant for. I mean, these are good. I'd say they're good leather for their purpose. They're meant to be used, not for show. These aren't bling journals. These aren't really something you would use to show off. These are meant to actually be used in play by casual players. Like if you want to go to a game store. If you're in a competition, like a serious competition or something, like if you are, I guess there aren't really competitions. If you're doing a web series online, if you make money off of D&D by doing something like, I don't know, um, webcasting it, YouTube casting it, something like that, you're streaming it somehow, streaming the D&D and making money that way. Maybe you'd want something a little bit nicer, but if you want to just have something really nice for casual play, for just to show off to your friends and be like, hey, yay, that's pretty cool, and actually work pretty well, this is pretty good for that. They have a number of designs. They have Book of Shadows, Book of Alchemy. I think they have a Book of Secrets. Um, and they have just different books like that. Right here you got a Beholder on this one, but yeah, they have different designs. I got another design back here. I'll show you. Uh, they got a strap here, a little strap here that holds it together. So when you are down with it, it'll actually hold together and won't go flopping around, which is really nice. They've also got this little tab here that comes from the top, a little cloth bookmark kind of thing. That's really good for if you want to go back to a page. It's really handy. I really like that too. I also got a little loop here that works very nicely for a small pen or a pencil. Obviously, if it's like a really big pen, it's not gonna fit. But if it's about the size of like one of those 10-pack pens, something like that, it fits pretty well. And it fits in there pretty snugly. Not the point you can't pull it out, not the point you can't put it in, but it fits in there pretty securely. Now, this one, the texture is a little bit more fuzzy. So, me with autism, it's a little more bothersome, I would say, because of my texture issues. Um, I'll still use it, of course, because I'm going to use this to take notes for my channel. As you can tell, there are a few blemishes in the pages. I don't know if that's supposed to be like that, or if that's just like if it's supposed to be there for character, or if it's just a defect on this one. But it's I think there's laser etching on they use on this to keep the price low. These are only $25, so it's not exactly, like I said, it's not really meant to show off to people as far as like it would show off to your friends. If you're playing D&D casually, like I said, if you're doing it for money for a web series, maybe you want something a little nicer, but this is a pretty cool item to have for your casual play. Um, but I did notice after I bought this online, I bought another one at the convention. It's right here. Find it right here. Yep. See, you got a little pen in there. I'm already using this for just general drawing. This leather is actually more smooth, so it doesn't bother me as much. This one's the Book of Shadows. As you can see, there's some script on there that I get closer. Can't really see it too well, but It's some script. It's like we don't know what characters those are. I don't know if it's D&D runes or what. But that's the Book of Shadows one. Got some weird designs in there. But it's bolted in there with rivets. Got actual leather and stuff. So it's actually pretty good. Similar design. This doesn't really seem to have the blemishes the other one does on the paper. So that's what makes me think that's a defect. But I did notice, see this one I got at convention. At the convention, they are also charging $25. So they're charging the same price at convention as they do online, which is nice. But they have like at least 6 designs. However, I noticed shortly after I bought this, a little while later, so I don't know if it takes a little while for it to process or if they wait until they see if you're going to buy anything else. But I waited a little while, and I got sent electronically onto my account, because this is on Etsy, onto my account, a 15% off coupon, which will be applied automatically if I make another order. So it's 15% off on my way. So yeah, that's about, that would be $2.50. That'd be like $3.75 off one of these. So it's not bad. But I don't really have much experience with rating these. I like to think of the price of the item, like, and the value. And as far as like, are they mainstream or individual manufacturers? Because the individual manufacturers can either be really good for putting a lot of detail into them, or they can either be kind of off because of not caring as much, or they can just be a little off because they don't have the necessary equipment that was needed for a startup. But these are laser etched to cut down the price. Remember, the guy said that. But yeah, I don't know. But it's actual leather, and it's only $25, so it's really nice for that. I don't know how many pages there are, but quite a bit. Comes in good shape. I'd say it's about 3.8 to 4 stars out of 5. Like I said, there are a few blemishes on this. There's a little blemish right here, which I don't know if these blemishes too are part of the character or not. So there are a few defects in this book, but it's still, you could say that this book also has some character, because it's like, well, maybe you took it adventuring, because it's an adventure journal. So yeah. But yeah, I just saw it. Yeah, I'd say 3.8 to 4 stars out of 5. Mostly because it's well structured, and it's actually fun to use. It's actually really fun to use. Let me open this up real quick. The paper is mostly blank, but if you open it up right here, it's little designs, very cool. And if you go here to the paper, oh, it's dog-eared already right there. It's not very good. Unless I did that. I probably did it myself. Let's mess with it. If you go right here, this paper's pretty good. It's not cheap paper. It's really not cheap paper. So I'd say it's more like 4 stars now. It's not cheap paper, so it's pretty good paper for making marks on, for the marks to stay on, and for it to hold together structurally. Obviously, you don't want to get in water, but it's not going to tear easily either. All in all, I'd say it's about 4 stars. It could be a little bit better as far as like the leather being a little thicker or something, but then again, you have to remember it was only $25, and $25 doesn't really go that far these days, especially if it's real leather, and this is real leather, So I say it's about 4 stars. Definitely worth buying if you want something to show off and also have fun with, because like I said, it's really enjoyable for me to go ahead and write in these. I don't use them for D&D, but for journaling, and it's cool to have at a game to go ahead and write down your notes for the game, or write whatever you want to write in there. But yeah, they're really cool to write in. They hold together really well. They're really nice. So I would, if you like D&D, I would say, go ahead and buy one. If you have 25 plus shipping and tax to spare, go ahead. And you can use it at your game. Use it for wherever you want. And they also have stuff like actual glass pens, actual ink vials. They have a lot of stuff. So that's Wolf'sCosplay on Etsy. And shortly after I purchased what I bought, I got a digital coupon that was added to my account immediately for 15% off. So I'd say look at them, see if you like them or not, and yeah, that's about it. So just give them a chance, see if you like them or not. If you like them, cool. That's definitely something that it could very easily be worth the price, worth the purchase, or if you don't want to spend the money, you don't have to. So either way, you're good to go.